Good evening, guys. Good to see you all again. And today, hopefully, we are going to be continuing on from where we left off last time. Hopefully you can hear me and everything is going okay. It says the stream is healthy and we're all ready to rock and roll. And I'll just type something into chat to see if chat is working. And then hopefully we are ready to rock and roll. So, anybody who's here, welcome. And at the moment, I'm not seeing anybody here. So, hopefully you will catch up with us very, very shortly. And today we've got, we're going to try and do 3 games today. We're going to be looking at Rotherham, Sheffield United and Blackburn. 2 home games and an away, very difficult away game against Sheffield United. Games we should actually, as Burnley, be winning. And we've been on a decent run of form of late from the Swansea game and, in fact, from the Cardiff game or even from the Bristol City game. We've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games and we've lost only 1 and we've drawn 2. We've won 6 of those games. So we've been on a decent run of form. Hi, how are you doing, Belly? What is it? Bell? Or Bowl. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, you left me a message earlier to say you were coming in tonight. We're going to do a little bit of an in-game, a look at things in-game today. So we're going to be studying what I do in-game and what I'm looking for in particular, and then how I would react to those things. We're going to try and break down what's happening in-game. But we do have a game coming up against Rotherham. Rotherham, where are Rotherham in the table? They are 12th. We are in 4th. Their current form is pretty good, actually. They've won their last 2, and then they lost to Cardiff last time out. If we have a look at what happened against Cardiff, Cardiff obviously are a very good team, and we were very fortunate to beat Cardiff. And this would, of course, the red would be Rotherham. Attack mostly down the right and a little bit down the left and through the centre, but mostly they're going to be looking to attack down the right. And it is kind of strange that this year most of the AI teams are attacking down the right. Last year most of the AI teams attacked down the left, so kind of interesting how that has worked out. And then in terms of their pass combinations, in a game that they actually lost, they didn't have the ball very much by the look of it, but a lot of pass combinations going on down here. But this guy here, Grant Hall, seems to be the guy we need to look after, and hopefully we'll be able to look after him, stop him distributing the ball. And he seems to distribute the ball all over the pitch. He can go right, left, he goes through the midfield. If we can stop him, make him uncomfortable, then we should be able to actually win the game, and or at least stop them from winning it. Brooklyn's Leon Foster plays for them, does he? Oh, that's Cardiff. So in terms of Rotherham, if we look at their player passes, nothing really that jumps out here. Not many key passes in the entire game. So 1, 2, 3, 4 key passes in the entire game. So they weren't the most creative team that you're ever likely to come across. In terms of possession, they were beaten badly in terms of possession. Cardiff didn't let them have the ball. Cardiff didn't let us have the ball either. But they still created 8 shots. Probably most of them were from outside of the box because only 2 were on target. And if we have a look at their shots, 3 were in reasonable places, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 outside the box speculative efforts, and this one was a low XG chance, a low XG of 0.02. So only like 1, I mean, that was even a low XG chance. Probably headers. These were probably headers, which turned out to be low XG chances. So they had low XG chances throughout the game. They didn't really create anything amazing as throughout the entire game. If we go to the data hub, have a look at their overview. For the next opponent, Norton Cuffey is a very creative defender, and I know Norton Cuffey. He's a very good player. Can play as a right winger, play as a right fullback, and he is getting a good deal of assists, key passes, dribbles. He's a very dangerous player. We need to be closing him down as well, making sure he can't play. Yeah, I can imagine it has been hard for you being a Liverpool fan. It usually is hard for me being a Manchester United fan, but this season we've seemed to have come good this season, although we still haven't made it into Europe yet, but hopefully. But I understand where you're coming from, because every season for me as a United fan is a terrible season, apart from this one. In terms of their defenders, lots of headers, poor headers, fewer headers. They're not really doing anything spectacular, this Rotherham team. They're not good in attack, they're not good in defence, and they frequently lose the ball. Ben Wiles, who is a midfielder, he looks like he could be a weak link. He infrequently wins the ball, yeah, so he could be a weak link, but he is reliable when he's in possession. So, yeah, maybe he's a little bit of a weak link, because perhaps whoever is lining up against him can dribble more against him. And we need to find out where he's playing, Ben Wiles. He's going to be attacking mid. So he's not actually going to win the ball in that position, but he's going to need... he's quite reliable in possession, so he's going to need looking after. So players we need to look after are Norton Cuffey, Grant Hall, and Bramall, and Wiles. And in terms of the match momentum, they had spells in the game. They came into the game late on, had a good spell late on, and just after half-time they were having a good spell in the game. The goalkeeper's performing well. He actually saves penalties, which is interesting. But he completes fewer passes than average. Possibly means he's going long. They will look to play down the wings, so we should be looking to force them inside onto their weaker foots. And make sure that they are not crossing. We need just to check... that crossing, is that a strength of theirs or is it not a strength? Where am I going to find that? Let's go to the scout report and have a look. If we can see crossing, yeah, crossing is the top thing that they do. So we want to be looking to force them inside. So I really want to be sitting a little bit wider. So in terms of my tactic, I think I have both fullbacks on sit narrower. Well, I don't want to do that. We'll take out sit narrower so that we're not so compact in the middle. I don't want to particularly close them down too much. We'll probably trigger press less, and we'll leave it at that for now, and just allow them... No, maybe we will trigger press. We'll go to trigger press them. Why not? I think we don't want to give them too much respect. So we will get the fullbacks to sit a little bit narrower, to sit a little bit wider, and force them stay wider, and then hopefully force them inside. That's what we're going to do. So we'll ask them to stay wider. So if we lose the ball in transition, they're already in a wider position, and then hopefully we can stop these crosses. We want to make sure that we are stopping the crosses, and we'll probably look to guide them inside. And so in terms of the tactic, I don't think there's anything else that I really need to do looking at their strengths, weaknesses. And I think it's a game we should be winning. However, best ever save Fredrikstad to win the Champions League. FM20, what are you playing now, Bo? What are you playing now? FM23, are you playing FM23 now? So in terms of how we're going to play this game, I don't think we need to worry. I think we need to just make sure that we're okay on the right hand side of their attack. We want to be solid on this side. And what I might do, if they are, let's just switch these over. We'll switch everything over and we'll put these on support. We'll put Charlie Taylor on a support duty, because if they are stronger and looking to attack down this side, then maybe we need to have good cover here. We'll also put the box to box. He can come and play over on this side, and Bayek can play as the Mazzala, actually as a centre mid. Do I want him to play? Maybe I'm going to play him as an advanced playmaker on attack today. Just so that he roams around in here, make some space in here. We'll take out more direct passes. We'll just get him to roam around a bit. He can close down more, tackle harder. Let's get him to tackle harder in that little role that he's playing. And hopefully be a little bit creative in this particular area. So I'm going to put Teller as an inside forward on support, and we'll put Chernoff as an inverted winger on attack. I think Chernoff has decent finishing, so maybe we'll even put him as an inside forward on attack, and we'll have Teller as an inverted winger on support here. Teller being the provider, linking up with Bayek, and then Chernoff can go and have a pop. I think Chernoff had a very, very good game last time. Yeah. So are you playing? How many participants we got in here now? Hey, Smooth, how are you doing? Good to see you. So we will set up like this. We'll play balanced, and we can adjust our mentality once we see the game starting. We're not the greatest finishing team in the world, and we have been caught out big time early in the season. We are, I mean, there is no doubt about it. Burnley have a good team. We just don't have any finishers in the team, and that has been the problem that we've had. We've been blazing the ball over the crossbar. Training wise, I think we're set up quite nicely. I don't think we need to do anything. We've got our set piece training going on. It's very light training that we're doing at the moment. We have 2 games this week. They're hardly doing any. And next week we're just going to do our standard 1 game a week training. They don't get the day off on Thursday because they will be doing training that is relevant to Blackburn. So that until I get the team report around Tuesday or Wednesday, I won't fill in Thursdays. So yeah, I won't fill in Thursdays stuff until I've seen the team report for Blackburn, and then we'll put something in that is relevant for that particular game. And then after that, that will be where we'll hopefully finish tonight. And then after that, there is the World Cup break, which I will play through before coming back for the next time. So we got 3 games to get through today, and I think we should go and get on with the first one. I'm not really too bothered about Rotherham. It's a game we should be winning, but it's a game that we could easily lose. They are going to be playing probably a little bit more cautious, and they will play a wing play. So they're going to get as wide as possible and look for overlaps, and we need to be very good down the flanks. I do want to just check maybe when I go to opposition instructions. Oh, we have another injury. Fantastic. Oh, love injuries in FM. Just unbelievable. I don't like buying players. I bought two wonder kids. Only bought two wonder kids in the Preston save, and one was Bueno, and he did his cruciate ligaments 3 weeks after arriving and didn't play again. I sold him in the summer, and that was it. And then I bought another guy recently who's a wonder kid. Can't remember his name, but he's now just broken his leg. So I don't know why I buy decent players in FM, because as soon as they come to Preston, they are going to get themselves injured. Bless them. Yeah, I suppose it's their own fault for agreeing to come. And there's a few matches happening before we kick off. Anything interesting happened? We can actually go into third place if we win this game, which will be very nice. And we need to be keeping ourselves there or thereabouts up until Christmas. And then we will have Weghorst back. Now, Weghorst is a very good pressing forward, and we are desperately in need of a forward. So it will be nice to have Weghorst back at Christmas time. So we just need to hold on until we get to Christmas, and then we'll get him back from his loan. Charlie Taylor's fit. Josh Cullen's limited to 45 minutes, which means we'll probably get 60 out of him. And hopefully we'll get a result here. We do have another game 3 days later, so we have to bear that in mind. He wants to play a low block. I don't think we need to play a low block. The assistant manager I've got here is very strange. He does on paper look like a very good assistant manager. He's a very good coach. He's good at man management, and he has good judging player ability, and he has good tactical knowledge. But sometimes the way he thinks is beyond me, and I don't really know why he's thinking of playing a low block. Maybe because he's worried about their wing play. I don't know. But let's have a look at the opposition. Let's start with the goalkeeper, and he's got a weak left foot, and so I think he's not very aggressive. He's not bad in terms of bravery and composure. I think we'll just turn him onto his left foot. Probably a good idea to just put him on his left foot. And when we're setting this up, what we're trying to do is just make players uncomfortable. There's certain things that players don't like doing, and we're going to look for those things and just try and make them uncomfortable. Grant Hall is a nuisance, so we do want to do something about Grant Hall, and we're going to turn him onto his left foot. His pace is poor. We'll turn him onto his left foot and close him down. We've got a good pressing forward up there, hopefully, and those two in combination should make someone feel quite uncomfortable when they're on the ball, and they're not going to like someone breathing down their neck, especially if they're being pushed onto a foot that isn't very good. Brooke Norton-Cuffy is a very good player. I want to close him down, and I want to bring him inside because I don't want him marauding up and down the touchline. And so we are going to hard tackle him, close him down, and put him on his left foot. So hopefully that will look after him. And we'll put him on his left foot. I don't know why. My assistant is a bit of a bully boy. He likes a hard tackle. I don't even think he looks at these players. He just thinks, let's get stuck into them. So what we will do is we'll have a look at them one by one. And this guy, Barley's good passing and vision for this level. So we need to tight mark him, and we need to hard tackle him. So that's what we'll do with him. We'll tight mark him, and we'll hard tackle him. He looks to me like he's a playmaker. If he's got good passing and vision, we don't want to be giving him time. And the reason why I would tight mark him rather than actually close him down is because I don't want him getting the ball. And if he tight marked, then they may have to look elsewhere rather than distribute the ball to him. If it's closing down, it is waiting until he has the ball and then trying to close down his space. But he's very good. He has good dribbling. He's got good composure and good concentration, good decisions for this level, good amount of flair. I don't want to give him any time at all. So tight marking him means that somebody will be on him before he gets the ball, in theory. And that's the difference that I would see between tight marking and closing down. I also want to, no, we don't want to do anything with his feet. We're just going to tight mark him and then hard tackle him. He doesn't like a tackle, so tight marking him and hard tackling, hopefully his influence on the game won't be so much. This guy is not so good in the creative department. He's fairly brave. He has decent strength. He's got good composure. So we don't want to be doing too much with him. I think we need to be, just closing him down. I don't want to leave him totally alone. So he doesn't have the greatest pace, so we'll just close him down, especially as he's not fully fit. He's not fully match fit. And then the left wing back, good pace. Now, this is something that would worry me. I'm not going to now tight mark him or close him down, because somebody with pace is going to possibly just nip past. He's got good agility and balance as well, which means that if we get too tight to him, then he might cause us a lot of problems. But instead, I'm just going to turn him onto his right foot and hard tackle him. And hopefully he will not like a hard tackle too much. And his right foot is weak. So if we get that press right, then hopefully he won't be too much of a problem. Ben Wiles, this is the guy who has got good passing. He's good on the ball, but he doesn't win the ball very much. And you can see he's got poor strength. He's not very brave. He's not aggressive. His tackling isn't great. And he's not a very good player. So what I want to do is take him out of the game completely and stop him passing the ball. So we are going to tight mark him, close him down. We're going to hard tackle him. And we're going to hard tackle him. I'm going to try and take him. He's a dangerous player. And we should be able to now take him out of the game. If that doesn't work, then what we might have to do is put the DM on him and let the DM just follow him around. Connor Washington is a good player. And strong, aggressive. He is small. Has a relative amount of pace, but he's not too pacey. We have pacey enough players. I'm going to tight mark him because we have centre backs who should be able to keep up with him. His dribbling isn't very good, and his jumping reach and heading isn't very good. So getting tight to him might be a good idea. So we are going to tight mark Connor Washington, and hopefully that will take him out of the game. I am not going to hard tackle him, and we will turn him onto his left foot. And then Tom Evans doesn't look very good. He's got no pace at all. His agility is poor. He doesn't anticipate situations very well. He's not very composed. Finishing isn't great. Crossing isn't great. Dribbling no good. Has no long shot. I actually think we'll leave him alone. And one of the reasons why I might leave Tom Eves alone at this point is that if he's got no players on him, then they might actually look for him. And if he's not marked... Hey, Gobby. Nice to meet you, mate. How's it going? So if he's not actually marked or being closed down, they might look for him. And because he's not very good, if he's not a very good player, he's not really going to be that much of a threat, and therefore he's not going to be pulling us out of shape too much. And we'll judge it on how the game goes. He might have the game of his life in which we have to do something about him, but we do have time in game to actually see if he's going to do any damage to us. I hope by playing the same team that won 4-0 last time out. Hopefully we've solved the problems, and hopefully this team will have an equally good game as they did last time. And so let's go to the match. And hopefully we will win this game, keep up the pressure. We could go into third. And I'm just going to tell them, I want you to pick up where you left off. That's a good call. I trust you to make the difference. We are getting through to them a little bit better now. And a number of them are looking motivated, which wasn't happening before. And here we go. We are asking our team as well to run at the defence a little bit more. We found that worked a little better than standing off them and just passing it around. And we do have the first chance going into the box. Can we get a cross in? It's well defended though. And Rotherham are going to bring it clear. But we've intercepted. Comes to Teller. And Rotherham will look to counter. And Rotherham do have a free kick. We need to defend this well. Not defended very well. And can we get our foot in the ball? Yes, we can. Taylor finds Muric. Muric with a long ball upfield. And that isn't exactly how we should be playing. But it was a little bit panicky from a defensive point of view. And that's the danger of closing down wingers. What on earth is going on here? Who is that? Howard Bellis. I think I need to have a word with him and tell him to focus a little bit. And let's just tell him to focus. And, do not do anything like that again. And what am I actually looking for in terms of when all these stats are going on? And you notice that what I've done is I can slow this down. Sometimes if I'm under the cosh a bit, I'll bring it down here or even here so that this is going at a snail's pace. But this will do for now, halfway. And what I'm looking for initially is match momentum. And at the moment, Rotherham are dominating the game. And then when I'm looking at that, they are dominating the game down the left-hand side, and none of their attacks have come down the right. And I wonder if I should have actually moved everything across. And what I'm going to do tactically as a result of that is I'm going to switch these back now. I'm going to put Charlie Taylor on attack and we'll put Roberts on support. We'll switch these over again. Bayek, he can play as... let's play him as the box-to-box. And Brownhill then can play centre mid on attack. And so because they're coming down this side, I want to make sure my fullback isn't marauding too far away from where he's supposed to be. Put him on a support duty so that he's starting positions a little bit lower than if he was on attack. His starting position might be up here. Maybe even for now, put him as a fullback on support so that he's even lower. I'm going to switch these over again. I want Bayek to be a box-to-box on that side. And we'll attack down the left. And that might be a better option for us. Okay, so we will go back to the game. And we do have a corner. Now, we haven't scored from a set piece for a little while. Can we get a goal from a set piece here? Roberts to fire in the set piece. It's headed away. We are first to the ball. It is Dervisoglu. Dervisoglu breaking down the right. Can you get a cross in? Yes, you can. Lovely cross into the box. Not take. Charlie Taylor scored a wonder goal from their last time out, but unable to do it this time. Bayek finds Roberts. Bayek is drifting a little bit from his fullback. I'm not too happy about that, and needs to be closer to the fullback so that he can be found. Fullback's a little isolated out there, and Bayek is in here, should be a little closer to the fullback. I'm not too happy about that, but we do have the ball still, and here's Bayek. Chance for Brownhill. deflected. Oof, my lord. And their goalkeeper nearly makes a hash of it. Now we're coming back into the game now, and I wonder, is it because we've made that little change that we have addressed where they're attacking? That's harmless. You can have a pot shot from there, no problem. And if we have a look now, we've started to come back into the game. We've removed all this white and we've started to come back into the game. Now we've taken away that threat. They're mostly down the middle now, because we are directing them into the middle. Norton Cuffy is tired, which is a good sign. So once I've got control back, then I'm perfectly happy. And when I'm in control of the game, I'm not going to be looking really at anything. But they still are dominating the game. And I have to now, if they're dominating the game, I will look at the possession, and we are absolutely dominating possession, which is a bit of a worry. If we're dominating possession, why are we not dominating the game? And maybe my assistant is right. Maybe we should be looking at a low block as Bayek tries a snapshot, and we have scored. It is Teller is raging. Teller has actually got one. Oh boy. Teller is having such a strange season. He's like up and down like a bride's nightie. He's Bayek. I think he tried a shot there. Teller just brought it down, whipped it in. 1-0 Burnley. We're back in front. And we've given away a free kick, and it's harmlessly over the crossbar. I want to just check. Are we... maybe I'm going to tell them we're giving away quite a few free kicks, so I'm just going to tell them to stay on their feet for a little while. We're still not the better of the two teams. We're absolutely trouncing them in terms of possession, but we're not the better of the two teams. And although we are coming forward again, and Charlie Taylor has it down here on the left, and should be able to get a cross in from there. Charlie, get it into the box. He has done. It's a soft header, comes out to Teller. Teller turns, tries a shot from range, doesn't work out. We are actually now dominating the game, and once you're in control of the game, you don't really need to worry too much about anything else. We do need to keep an eye on who, if somebody is causing problems, we'll see from the key passes. We'll see from their key passes who is a problem and do we need to do something about it. But at the moment, our attacking is fairly poor. We're not attacking very well. We're 1-0 up, though, and I'll take that at this point. I don't think we need to do anything in terms of changing anything at the moment. We just need to make sure they can't break down the wings, which we're doing, and that's nicely done. They want to play out wide and get crosses in. They don't like playing through the middle. Having said that, they do have a chance through the middle that is tipped over the bar by Muric. I'm going to give him a shout and just shake him up a little bit, because we're not doing really well at the moment. And it is, though, still Burnley 1, Rotherham 0. They do have a set piece, and it's cleared away. It's going to go out for a throw, and it'll come to nothing. We're still in control of the match. We're still in control of the possession. They're not really causing us too many problems, and so far so good. I don't think we need to panic in any way. We've had 70% of the possession, but they've had more chances, and that might mean that we are giving them too much space in between our lines. And so maybe I'm going to try this low block just before half time. We might be giving them too much space between the lines, and that's why they're getting these long shots. So we'll come back, we'll bring our forwards back a little bit, and just play with a low block for 15 minutes or so, see how that affects the game. Because it does seem to me that they're having a lot too much space between the lines, and hopefully we need to have them out here and stop them crossing, which we've done again. That's good. That's exactly the game plan. Where are you going? He should have won that ball. He did win the ball. Cork has picked it up. Cork has found Derbysoglu. Derbysoglu fires it over. And I think we are the better team. We are up in third at the moment, which is good. So hopefully we are doing okay. And where has everybody gone? Everybody seems to have disappeared. And we are doing very well. Things are going very well, but you're capable of even better. You weren't that bad, but you can do even better. And I'd like to think we'll just play with this low block for a little while longer. See if anything happens here. And hopefully, though, we'd be able to, with the low block now, be able to just close this game off. They are still dangerous down the wings, and we've managed to stifle that again. I think we're looking after them down the wings. We're doing very well. They've started the second half better than us. And let's have a look what's going on here. Still, nobody's really doing anything outrageous. And players for us, we're having decent games, but we're not actually brilliant at this stage. And at the moment, it's Burnley 1, Rotherham 0. And nothing much seems to be happening. I'd like to get the second goal and see if we can't. We are shots from fairly far out, but I'm not too worried. We're still leading. And I'd like to get that second goal. Should I go a little bit more positive, or should I just stay doing what we're doing? And it is Rotherham looking to cross it into the box again. We're getting them to panic, hit long shots from outside the box. That's exactly the game plan. It's how they don't want to play. Let's make some changes here. Bear in mind, we've got a lot of fixtures in a few days. Anybody looking particularly tired? Well, Brownhill's looking nervous. So let's take Brownhill off and bring on Cullen. He can play as a centre mid on attack. And then we will bring off Connor Roberts and bring Matt Loughton on. Let's give the fullbacks some breathing space. I don't have another fullback. And who else is tired? Nobody particularly at the moment. Howard Bellis isn't brilliant. And Jack Cork isn't brilliant. 7 subs. It's taken me a while to get used to 7 subs again. I think I'm just going to leave it at 2 for the moment. We're not looking particularly tired, and it's pretty even in terms of tiredness. So I think we just need to let this run for a little while. Rotherham are creating lots of chances, more chances than us, but that's because we are stopping them from getting anything too near into the box. We're doing a pretty good job of stifling their attack, and we've scored the only goal, and Howard Bellis is now tired, so we do need to take Howard Bellis off, and Luke McNally can come on. And who else? Should I give Egan Riley a game at left back? Yeah, let's try him out at left back, but we'll just put him as a full back on support and get him to just close that side down a little bit. Bayek is tired. He's always tired, Bayek. Maybe we should give Goodmanson a game. Can't play there, can he? We don't have anybody who can come on for Haidazo Teller. Now, we'll just leave it at that for now. And hopefully we'll see this game out now. I'm a bit concerned about the chances that they are creating. But if we've been solid in defence, and in terms of possession, we've dominated the game. I would be just a little bit peeved if we actually gave the game away at this point, especially as we're not pushing forward too much. that we are playing in a very balanced style. And I think we just should be able to hopefully see this game out now. And if we're going to work the ball into the box, Mr. Assistant, then we should be looking at bringing down the tempo a little bit. And I don't know why those are switched off. So let's put those back on again and look to underlap. And it's good, we're pressing them, stopping them from playing it out wide. And there is that ball out wide. We need to put him onto his weaker foot. We were a little slow there. That's because that young fullback has come on. We were a little slow there, closing down the right winger. We need to hold on now. I'd be very annoyed if we go and give this game away. And hopefully, though, we have done enough. And we have taken the 3 points here. I'll be very happy to take the 3 points. Nope, still not going to be over yet. There is another highlight. And that's going to go all the way through to Muric. Muric is going to pick that up. Just hold on to the ball. Just play it short. Don't do anything silly. And they are pressing quite high, aren't they? They're pressing very, very high. Muric is taking his time, which is good, and then decides to go long. We need to win this ball now, but we're not winning the ball, and their press is very, very high. And do I need to do anything about that? Probably not. We could drop the line back to standard just to give ourselves a bit of space. But I don't think Rotherham are representing anything that's too spectacular. And we've done very well. Bayick looking for Cullen. Cullen to Cherlanoff. Cherlanoff scores 2-0. And that is game over. Clinical game. And we have done what we needed to do. It hasn't been the most pretty game in the world. But we've done what we needed to do. It's now 2-0. We've shut them down completely. And we have won the game. And so there we are. We have beaten Rotherham by 2-0. We have jumped up to third. Now only 3 points behind Norwich. Hopefully the board will be off our back now. I think running at the defence, the opposition defence, has helped us a lot in terms of scoring goals. We made that change to run at the defence. I think we noticed that some team was really poor at tackling. And so we just changed that, a little tweak to the tactic. And since then, we've been on this run. And we have been scoring goals lately. So, yep, a good win. Definitely a good win, Joe. At one point, it did look like I was going to get sacked. I think the board are going to be much happier now. And we are playing a lot better. We look a lot better, look like a team at the moment. And are Rotherham going to have the last laugh, though? But it is full-time. 2-0. We'll take that. Not the prettiest game in the world, but it was clinical. They stuck to the game plan, and it worked. And I'm just going to say, well done, lads. So he said don't get complacent, but I'm going to say well done. It was a very, very good win. And we should be very pleased with the team. And the jury is still out for Burnley. 20 games into remains with no major transfer transactions of note, and with a good, if unremarkable, record in the league. Pound seems to have made a steady start. Burnley have performed below expectations, but we'll get there. Just have faith. Good Lord, just have faith. What is the matter with these people? We didn't make any transfers, no, because we didn't have any money. And we did try to sell players to raise money, but nothing happened in the transfer window. And I'm hoping that we might be able to sell one or two in the window. Charlie Taylor is wanted again. I will let him go, but not for free. And that's what teams seem to want. So yeah, Brownhill is wanted. I'll let him go. We got a huge price tag on him. So I will let players go, but I'm not going to give them away for peanuts. And Matt Lowton is wanted. We'll let him go if necessary. We don't need to have a huge squad like we've got. So I don't see why we wouldn't let players go and raise some money, and then we can bring players in. So, but if we can't sell players, then we are not going to be buying players because we have no money. Costello is being played outside. Oh, he's been played as a left winger. He's often been. Oh right, okay. Why isn't he being played? That's my fault. Okay, he won't let you down. Don't want to threaten the manager at this point. And we'll move on to Sheffield United. And we do have a little bit of an issue with Hidalgo. He wants to go out on loan. I don't think that that's actually a bad idea. But let's just see if we can appease him. His agent is Raphael Braun. He's been known to laud his clients to other clubs. Interesting, we'll bear that in mind. He's not going to be on my side. And if we look at this guy himself, Hidalgo, might be worth going out on loan because I can't say his name. Hidalgo, we'll call him Benson. If we have a look at Benson and squad player, so expects to play against Sheffield United. Thinks Jack Cork is an inspired leader. So we'll go back here to the inbox. And Cork is one of the names mentioned. So we will ask Cork to try and resolve the issue. It's unlikely to happen, but always worth a try. And he's unable to resolve the problem. Now, what else do we know about Hidalgo? Not a great deal. What's his personality like? He's just got a balanced personality. That actually doesn't tell us anything. He is a new signing and still establishing himself. So what is he whinging about? Pleased with the training. He's happy with the club. Have a dedicated coach for strength training. He seems to be overall quite pleased. Just have a quick look in the happiness section. If we can find him. Hidalgo. Overall, he's quite good. He's just concerned about his playing time. And where is he in the hierarchy? I don't expect him to be too high up the hierarchy. Hidalgo, where is he? Is he actually quite high up, is he? No, he must be down the bottom here somewhere. Ah, there he is. So he's doesn't really have a lot of clout. So if we upset him, it's not really that big a deal. But we'll have a word with him. Look, I've not been given the playing time I was promised. I agree, a loan sounds sensible. Sometimes one of the things to do is, if there is the option, to say, right, I'll start selling you, I'll sell you. And then they get upset and say, I'm sorry. You aren't playing it for us, so I'll try and ensure. I'm happy to give you cup starts. I'm just going to say, yeah, I agree, a loan sounds sensible. I don't think that it will hurt us too hard if he goes out on loan. Let's make sure now that he is loan listed. Yeah, see if anybody comes in for him. Might free up some wages in the wage budget. And we do have Sheffield United now to play. Good decisions, good vision, good agility. These are a very good team. Good possession, brave, very composed. In fact, there's not much wrong with them, is there? They don't have great teamwork, and apart from that, they are a very, very good team. And how are they going to play? Actually, let's have a look at their fixtures first. They've won their last 2 games. And against Bristol City. Bristol City, which one are Sheffield United? They are the black. Most of their attacks down the left-hand side. A lot of shots from outside the box. Bristol City looks like they played a low block. Interesting. Which would mean if you do play a low block, it does mean that there's so little space between the lines that they can't get to the penalty spot. So they do tend to take shots from outside of the box. So Bristol City probably played with a low block. It didn't work for them. But in a sense, Sheffield United only scored once and Bristol City are not the greatest of teams. So it did work in a way. Let's have a look at their pass combinations. Flanks again. And we have a pivot in these 2 guys, Tommy Doyle and Ahmed Dozic. Whatever happened to Thomas and Jones and Smith? Ahmed Dozic and Doyle. These are the 2 players we need to take care of, as well as the fullbacks. Both fullbacks are relatively high. Baldock is going to play as an attacking wing-back, and he's probably playing as an attacking fullback. So both of them are relatively high. They're not doing too much down the middle. We need to focus down the middle, our play down the middle, while taking them out on the wings. So I think what I'm going to do is focus our play through the middle. I think that's probably where we're going to hurt them most. And in terms of, let's have a look what the data hub says. When I'm looking at the opposition in terms of the data hub, I'm actually not looking for everything. I'm going to look for things that stand out. And you can even just start with this. So we go to their overview of their last game. Again, they play a wing game. How we played last time worked, and so there's no reason to change that. And they had a lot of momentum during the game. Towards the end of the first half, they lost composure a little bit. And we need to look back and see if that is a pattern. Tommy Doyle is performing extremely well. He is a good player. I know Tommy Doyle. He's come up in the Preston save many times as a player to sign. And he's a box-to-box. He's probably quite creative as well. Yeah, he's got good passing and vision. He's a very, very good all-round player. So he is a very, very good player. So he needs to be very much tight-marked. So Tommy Doyle. They are, interestingly, winning the ball back around about the halfway line. They're actually most of their passing, so they're going to be playing, I think, quite a high line. And then Brewster is a very, very good forward. We're going to have somebody who can mark him. So Brewster and Doyle, and the goalkeeper seems like he's in good form as well. Save percentage is quite high. So they are going to play. So Doyle is a problem. And I do know that Osborne is also a good player. So he will have to be closed down for sure. We don't need to tight mark him. He's not the most creative player ever. But we do need to make sure that he's closed down. Tommy Doyle needs to be tight marked. And we need to stop Egan, I think it is, isn't it? Egan from distributing the ball. Was it Egan or Clark? I can't remember. Let's go back to their last fixture. I think it was Egan who was the distributor at the back. Hey Nick, how are you doing? Good to see you, mate. Cheers, Paul. Cheers. You're in California. Yeah, the boys are playing really much better at the moment. And I think it's down to the fact that we've decided to run at them. I think that's all it is. Yeah, it's Amendozi who is the problem. Amendozi is the pivot, the central one of the three. Whoever plays as a central one, we need to actually close him down. Make sure he's uncomfortable. So, unfortunately, I forgot to rest the boy. So, this might be a potential banana skin because I might have to pick a team that is a little tired. Sheffield United are in 8th. And yeah, we are looking a little tired, I think. A lot of tired players in here. Lowton can play. And Matson can come in at left back. Vitinho can come in on the wing. That'll solve that one. I'm going to play Ashley Barnes up front. It seems to be what the assistant wants me to do. And then we will play Goodmanson. Vitinho is not bad at finishing, is he? Vitinho has 11 finishing. I'm going to play him as an inside forward, yeah. And Goodmanson, his finishing is the same. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Brownhill, we do need to sort the midfield out now. I think the midfield might be tired. Cork, Bayek, Brownhill's okay. Cullen can come in for Brownhill. We're just looking, can Bayek or one of the others get fit? And Ashley Westwood can come in. And Brownhill can come in for Bayek. Play the centre mid on attack. Okay, so that gives us a fairly fit team. Just have to keep an eye on this. Harwood Bellis is not looking very fit. So McNally can come on. Do I want to play him as a ball playing? No, I want to play him as a central defender on defend. And I think we're right. I think we've got a team. So we don't, again, Sheffield United, there's nothing really outstanding there. I didn't see anything in terms of players who are weak. If we go to their performance, lots of blocks, fewer clearances, fewer passes. Who is that? Lots of passes, accurate passing. There's not any weaknesses that I can immediately see here. Nothing really standing out. Nothing much standing out. Forwards, that's a bit of a mishmash. And everybody in the two teams are all clustered around here. So it just means that we're both the same. Nothing stands out from the data hub, and what I'm looking for in the data hub is in particular weaknesses, where somebody is not a very good tackler. If he's not a good tackler, then put whoever is in his zone to dribble more. And nothing really though stands out at the moment for Sheffield United. They are a very, very good team, packed full of good players, and it wouldn't surprise me if our little run comes to an end here. We are having to put out a rotated team. I'm going to go to the individual training now, and I'm going to go to individuals, and we're going to do them all, because I haven't done that in a long time. Just raise morale a little bit, and usually I will just do the 3 that the assistant mentions. Now I'm going to do them all. Anybody who's trained better than 7.5 is going to have well done and a little hug and raise the morale a little bit. And 8.1, yep, that's still good enough. His morale didn't go up, Haldazo, but he's had a bit of a spat with me, so should I play him? Should I just see what he can do? Benson, Let's give him a game. See what he can do. He's trained well, and perhaps he deserves his chance. He's new at the club. Maybe, yeah, let's take pity on him and give him a game. Why not? Vitinho, 7.5. He can get a little hug. Well done. So, what we'll do, we'll give Haidazio a little game. Where is he? Where are you? Dervisoglu is need of a rest. Where shall we play him, though? I'm going to put him up top instead of Barnes. He doesn't want to play as a pressing forward. Let's play him as an advanced forward. Let's see how you get on them. You should have bags of pace. Yep, bags of pace. So, let's see how you get on. Yep, that looks nice to me. And we'll give Hedilazio a game. Go out there, show me what you can do. A draw is expected. I'll be very happy to get a draw. I have a funny feeling our little run might come to an end here. In terms of our negatives, nothing really to write home about. Hedilazio is mentioned as a weak influence. Nothing, but we've got a lot of positives. We're playing particularly well at the moment, and Sheffield United should be more worried than we are. Hey Techno, how you doing? Long time no see, my friend. Good to see you again. Just in time for us to play. Charlie Taylor is very, very fit. That's interesting. And Cullen, only 45 minutes again. So let's go to our meeting. I'm not going to go with what he says this time. He wants to play cautious again. He doesn't really see things my way, the assistant. And let's have a look at this goalkeeper, shall we? He is not very brave, but he's quite strong. He's not very composed, doesn't have great balance, and has a weak right foot, and he's not very fast. Well, let's close him down and put him onto his right foot. And, you know, if you can make the goalkeeper uncomfortable, then he might make an error. And also, if he's forced onto his right foot and we're closing him down, he'll kick it long and his kicks won't be great and hopefully turn it over. He has a weak left foot, so let's turn him onto his left foot and we'll close him down. We have enough pace to be able to do that, so we'll just close him down, turn him onto his left foot. And Basham, was it Basham who was the problem? I'm not sure I'm going to do anything about these two. Basham, I'll wait and see how the game pans out. They are quite tired. They haven't rotated, so they are quite tired. He needs a hard tackle, and we will tight mark him. Norwood, we will tight mark him, hard tackle him. For a DM, he's not very strong, and we'll turn him onto his left foot and take him out of the game. And this geezer, who's he? Norrington Davis. He looks like a very decent player. I'm good, Techno. How are you doing, my friend? Long time no hear. He's a decent player, this guy. I think we'll just close him down and turn him onto his right foot. He's got a reasonable right foot, but he's a very good player. Tommy Doyle is a player we do have to be concerned about. And I'm going to tight mark him. And we're going to show him onto his left foot. He is a player that we need to look after. I think it's his left foot that's not very clever, isn't it? Yeah, his left foot is weak. Tight mark him, get your angles right and make sure he's on his left foot. Ben Osborne, he is also a very good player, playing as a Mazzala in midfield. He doesn't have pace, and so I think it's not very strong. We'll hard tackle him, and we'll close him down. We do need to look after him. He is a good player. Hard tackle him and close him down. Awesome, Techno. I know I think you have been with the channel since it was born. I think you were one of the very, very first subscribers, Techno, and it's good to see you're still around. Means a lot to me, all these people who've stayed around, and a lot of people have been with me for a long time, so it does mean a lot to me. And thanks for sticking around, Techno, and it's good to see you in here. Let's have a look. What have we got here? For a forward, good finishing, good composure. Okay, not very fast though. Dribbling is awful. Flair isn't great. That's good off the ball. I think we'll tight mark him and left foot. Billy Sharp, tight mark him, left foot. And then Ndai, he is a good player. Crossing isn't very good, but it doesn't matter. He's not very aggressive, though, not very strong. He's a candidate for a hard tackle. And long shots. What's his long shot? It might be just... Yeah, we'll tight mark him as well. And hard tackle him. I worry about tight marking both of their forwards because it might drag us out of shape. We do have a team that is slightly out of condition. And it is not our first team. And Sheffield United are a very good team. And get out there and give the fans their money's worth. I'm expecting to see solid defence. We need to dominate the midfield. And let's have some quality finishing. And it's a chance for Benson to show us what he's made of. He's had a little whinge. He's not getting enough playing time. And it is a chance for him to go and show us what he's got. That's poor from Maatsen. But it's okay. We have started the game well on the front foot, and that's good to see. And in terms of possession early on, we don't have the possession. It is actually Sheffield United who are looking the better team at the moment, both in terms of possession and in terms of match momentum. But we have won the ball. Bayer's looking for Maatsen. We do have good news that Bayer is fit. He is one of our better players. Sad that Harwood Bellis has had to rest today. But here is Maatsen. Hopefully McNally, who's just 20-something, he'll have a good game today. Vitinho looking to get the ball into the box. We have got the ball into the box. It is a good shot. Good save. And we're doing all right. We're creating chances. Look good on the ball. Everything seems to be working quite nicely at the moment. Sheffield United 0, Burnley 0. I will take a point here without any shadow of a doubt. And I'll hope that other teams do us a favour around us. But I'll be very happy just with a point. And we do have a throw. It is Bayer with the throw. I don't like centre-backs taking throws because they can't cross the ball. Comes out to Cullen. What's Cullen going to do with it? He finds Westwood. It's all very laboured again suddenly. Cullen looking outside for Maatsen. Maatsen driving into the box and it ricochets. And do I need to tell Maatsen and the other geezer not to shoot so often? They're already on it. So, but it did really open up for Maatsen there. And you can't really blame him for taking a shot there. We do have a corner, though, and it is going to be Benson to fire in the corner. Near post, headed out. we've picked the ball up nice by Vitinho. Comes out to Matson. Here's McNally, the centre-back, driving into the box. We have scored. McNally looked like a shadow striker for a minute there. He is a young centre-half. What a good choice to pick him over Howard Bellis today. And we have gone a goal up. And Matson combining with McNally. He just drove in there like a shadow striker and buried it past the goalkeeper. And we are 1-0 up, and we are a team in form at the moment. And we've gone above QPR now, and if we can hold on to this, that should silence the board, who've been giving me a bit of grief of late. And here is Cullen looking for Matson. That's a strange ball into the box from Matson. Matson's not having a good game, and I need to keep a close eye on him. And hopefully, though, he's not going to let me down. Good header at the back. Cullen flicks it on. But this game is a long way from over yet. And that's a nice tackle, but it's broken easily to Sheffield United in midfield. And here is Ndai looking to get into the box. It's well defended. And McNally's having a very good game. And he's defending well. He scored the only goal of the game so far. And made that block as well. And I might have to look at why they are causing us so much in terms of problems. It might just be that it's because it's our second team. It's our reserve team that's out there. And let's just stop the game at the moment. What is going on here? And they are having a lot of possession down the right-hand side. And let's have a look who is causing the problems then. Norwood, Tommy Doyle, and I. Nobody's really causing us any problems, but there are a lot of their attacks are coming down this right-hand side. So I need to stop that. And let's type mark Baldock. And Tommy Doyle is on the right. Let's close him down. And let's try and take their right side out of the game a little bit. And here is Loughton. Loughton finds McNally. I'm very pleased with McNally today. He's having a very, very good game. He's stepped up to the mark. Can't usually get a look in because of Howard Bellis, but he's done his job so far today. Matson with a cross into the... But there's that referee. That looked like a penalty to me. And we are working it nicely down the right-hand side. Can we get a cross in? Let's get it in quicker. It comes out... Oh, it's not to Matson again, is it? Matson's going to hit one, and it goes past the post. It was a good save. Matson's finding too much space on that side. He's got terrible finishing. But that wasn't a bad shot. And it is a corner, and it's swung in by Benson, and we still are holding on to this 1-0 lead. We've got the match momentum, and while we've got the match momentum, we don't really need to worry. They do have a set piece, though, and we are giving away a lot of set pieces, and they do have a shot on goal, goes wide. We're defending well, and we are creating well. And we are actually getting shots on target, so we should be fairly pleased as Bayer takes a throw, and it will come back to Bayer. Bayer, who's a centre-half, playing now out on that right wing, finds Brownhill back to Bayer. Bayer to Westwood. And was that a penalty, referee? Come on, referee. That's twice now it looked like a penalty to me. And we are still beating them, and we are still in control of the game. But they are nipping back. This is not a time that they really do well, is just before half-time. We should be actually looking to beat them. I'm a bit concerned about our passing. I'm going to go narrow. If we're going to be playing the ball across the field like that, I want us to be a little bit narrower so that our passes hit their targets. It is looking a little bit laboured from this team. But we are still 1-0 up. but they are breaking here, and we need to stop them crossing. This is not part of the plan, but it has gone over the crossbar. Another good save by the goalkeeper. And we do need to stop these crosses. And Lowton and Maatsen need to be aware that we cannot afford to be allowing them to cross. That is not part of the plan. And we should be doing a lot better. It is all Sheffield United at the moment. As we come up to half-time, we need to do better than this, especially as they are tiring a great deal. But we are allowing them to dictate proceedings at the moment. We do have a free kick, though, and it is Brownhill fires it into the wall, and then Sheffield United will break. Comes to nothing. It's a pretty dire game at the moment. Just the one goal. I'm looking at the stats. We haven't dominated the possession, so what I want to do, I'm just going to come down off the tempo a little bit. Things are going well, but you're capable of even better. You weren't that bad. Keep going, you can make a difference, and you weren't that bad. And Benson, for all his whinging, is only on a 6.6, and he hasn't stepped up to the mark. I wonder if I can change his role a little bit. Can he play as a pressing forward? Let's try him as a pressing forward. Put him on as a pressing forward on attack. See if that helps him out a little bit. He should have the pace to do it. He should have the aggression to do it. And they are tiring. They are tiring a lot. And if we can just hold on, then we should be able to hold on to this game. What I don't want to happen is super subs coming on the pitch. So I really do need to be aware. They may have made substitutions. And that's a nice ball down the flank. We've got to close that down, and that was a lovely block again. And Bayer's having a very good game. Let's make some changes here. They are getting very, very tired, so we can make some changes. In fact, they haven't brought any subs on yet. So if we can get ahead of them in terms of the subs. Goodmanson is not having the greatest game, so Teller can come on. Teller had a very nice game last time. Can play as an inverted winger on attack. And Benson, no, you're coming off, pal. And you didn't do anything. I gave you a chance, and you didn't do anything. We could bring Balick on to play as the DLP. Yeah, that would probably be a good move. We'll bring Balick on. Westwood on a yellow card. Vitinha will leave the rest for now. And that should be enough fresh legs and better players coming on the pitch. So hopefully Balick can actually take control of this game now. And we can go on and win this quite handsomely. Bayer, possibly I could bring Harwood Bellis on for Bayer, give Bayer a little break. Don't need to do anything with McNally. He's having a very good game. And we are looking to bring it forward. That's a lovely ball through to Teller. Square it. Must be a goal. It is a goal. Ashley Barnes, of all people. And we have gone 2-0 up. Sheffield United 0. Burnley 2. Another game plan working to perfection. And we are 2-0 up. This Burnley team is rocking at the moment. After that terrible start, we've made it 2-0. And we are back. And well done, Ashley Barnes. And second place. What are Norwich doing? Norwich are drawing at Rotherham. And this game plan has worked perfectly. And now that Sheffield United are looking very, very tired, perhaps we should make our remaining substitutions. Let's have a look to see if they have made any yet. Ryan Brewster, very, very good forward. We'll give him a hard tackle, turn him onto his left foot. Maybe, yeah, we're playing well at centre-back, so tight mark him as well. Why not? And McAtee, hard tackle, right foot. And tight mark him as well. He's a creative sort. Hard tackle, right foot. He is a bit of a creative sort, isn't he? So we'll just take him out of the game. I might bring on Josh Brownhill. Is very tired apparently, but I don't have anyone I can bring on for him. Is anybody who can step up to midfield? Matson can play in midfield for Brownhill possibly. Yeah, that'll work. Play him as a centre mid on support. And then I can bring on Egan Riley at left back. That works for me. Jordan Bayer is a little tired, so we will bring on Howard Bellis. And that's it. Hopefully that is job done now. We have totally dominated the second half. They are very, very tired. And what I want to do is, yeah, we already are focused down the middle because they are very, very tired down the middle of the field. And I don't want to do any of that nonsense. My assistant manager really doesn't know what he's talking about. He is he's got superb attributes for tactical knowledge, but he doesn't know what he's doing. If we do that, it will go against the grain of the entire tactic. And we have gone 3-0 up. Ashley Barnes has got his second goal. And what is he doing on the near post? He should not be there. But we'll take that. I think he's the one who's on the edge of the box because he made his way from over there. So it's now Sheffield United 0, Burnley 3. We have totally outclassed Burnley. We have outthought them, and our tactical approach has been brilliant. We rotated our team. We had faith in our second team. Sheffield United didn't have the same kind of faith. They decided to go with their first team, and we have outplayed them. We have absolutely played them off the park. Sheffield United 0, Burnley 3. We'll even give them a goal now if they want a consolation. That was poor defending, but he's hammered it straight over the crossbar. And 3-0, yeah, we'll take 3-0. Norwich are still drawing with Rotherham, but Norwich have taken the lead now. So we're still 3 points behind Norwich, but we have taken over from QPR, who are 1-1 with West Brom. We are in second place. I will take that. And there's still another highlight. Can we get it? Can we make it 4-0? Egon Riley is trying to go up the left. Decides to turn back. Howard Bellis finds Bayick. He's got a yellow card already. He needs to behave himself. McNally over the top, going nowhere. And I think we're just seeing the game out now. Just play it in the Sheffield United half. It doesn't matter that you can play there all day. But we do need to be careful. We don't want to go and gift them a goal. And well tackled. And here's McNally. McNally back to Muric. Muric, lovely ball to Egon Riley out on the left-hand side. And he's looking to come forward. It's nice to see him having a couple of games. Young boys coming on, playing some nice football. Here's Bayick, who's always plays nice football. And Matson in midfield. Teller finds Lowton inside. We have made it 4-0, but the flag has gone up, and Ashley Barnes has been denied his hat-trick. And that would have been a hat-trick for Barnes, but unfortunately the flag did go up. He was offside. He couldn't control himself. And 3-0 though. We're going to take 3-0 against Sheffield United any day of the week. They're a very good team, and we've gone to Bramwell Lane and we have hammered them. And tactically we've been far superior to them, and it's the correct result. Brilliant result, into takes us up into second place. And now hopefully the board will be a little bit happier. Hopefully the board, if we have a look at the club vision now, gain automatic promotion. The board now are suddenly very pleased. And, they just have got no patience, have they? They've got no faith, no patience. And tactically, we just outthought them today. We sorry about that, guys. We absolutely outthought them, and we have now gone 6 games. How many games have we won on the trot? 4 games we have won on the trot. The last 6 games, 5 wins and a draw. That's the kind of form that will get us automatic promotion. We need to keep that. And the good news is that there's almost a month off because of the World Cup, and that brings us closer to Christmas. That means we can get some money in the kitty, strengthen the team for the second half of the season, and that will be awesome. And the time is now 21:27. It's been an hour and a half, so I think I'll call it a day for today. What I will do, looking at the schedule, is I will play that Blackburn game, go through the World Cup stuff, come back after the World Cup, and then first game after the World Cup, we got Queen's Park Rangers. We got a very, very big game, the first game after the World Cup. And hopefully we'll do over Queen's Park Rangers, and that'll be a good result. So the board are happier. I'm happier as a manager. Everything looks good at the moment. No reason to think we can't get promoted now. And if we have a good transfer window, I hope it gave you an insight, guys, as to how I use the data hub and then what I do with the information in terms of setting the team up and what I do in-game. In-game, a lot of people don't understand what people are looking for when they're looking at the stats, and it's fairly simple. You're looking for momentum first. Look for that momentum. Who's got the momentum? If you don't have the momentum, it means you're losing. Find out then why they are controlling the game. Look at the players, who's key passing, who's being a nuisance, and then type mark them, close them down. Try to take them out of the game. Try it on a zonal basis first. And if that doesn't work, then you have to put someone to man mark them. If that isn't working, if they are out passing you, then you might have to look at what am I going to do in terms of our passing. We need to get our foot on the ball. We are a passing team. And if they are out passing us, then I will need to make sure we are retaining the ball. So that will mean slowing the game down. It will mean compressing the pitch width-wise and maybe compressing the pitch in terms of the length so that the passes, we've got much more control over our passes. Certainly bringing the tempo down will help. If they are pressing us, then we may need to stop playing the ball out of defence. We may need to pull the line back a little bit to give us more space between their press and our back line. If we're too high up the pitch, then it allows them to press us too easily. So we might, if they're pressing us, then we might have to drop the line back a little bit. It's using those stats in game. And I hope you got some insight into how I use them. Sometimes it works and other times it doesn't. Sometimes it's just luck. Sometimes it's good judgment. And it will always depend on how well your players are playing anyway. Oh, and that's it. Thanks, guys. I do enjoy doing this, and numbers who are watching are growing, and the chat is growing as well, and it's really good to see you all having a good time and talking to each other. And hopefully this will keep growing, and I know I'm having a good time. And thanks very, very much for coming. I do appreciate it. Have a great night, what's left of it. And we'll be back on Tuesday. Don't forget tomorrow, Preston will have tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Oh yeah, good episode tomorrow. And then on Saturday is when the Newcastle affair will happen. So don't forget, we are now doing Preston every day over the weekend. We do Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll do Preston again on Monday. So 4 days on the trot now. We are doing Preston 5 days a week and the stream 2 days a week. Don't forget, guys, to like as well, because it's likes, comments, all that sort of stuff that gets the video shown to people who haven't had the chance to see it yet. So don't forget to drop a like on your way out. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much all for coming. Have a great night, and I'll see you on Tuesday.